Minecraft seems as simple of a game as any. Collect resources, build a shelter, upgrade your tools, and beat the game. But after over a decade of updates, content, new players, and merchandise, the game has become so much more. Today we'll be diving into the Minecraft Iceberg like many already have, but I'll be throwing in my own twist on this genre. Some of these topics I've made TikToks over, and I'll be using this video to expound on those videos, giving additional thoughts, insights, and mentioning things that I cut from those videos. Huge shout out to Probot748 on Reddit for this iceberg that we'll be exploring. The surface. Nether portal in the tutorial logo. The Legacy console editions of Minecraft contained tutorial worlds to help players learn the basics of the game. These worlds contained a giant Minecraft logo in the sky, and breaking into it, or pulling a lever on the side, revealed a secret Nether portal. Now, entering this portal doesn't really take you anywhere special. This secret was found about 9 years ago, and there's not an explanation as to why it's there, so most likely it was just the developers adding a fun Easter egg for those curious enough to explore it. Name tag Easter eggs. Take a name tag to an anvil and name it something like Dinnerbone or Grum or Jeb, and a bunch of different things will happen. Dinnerbone will flip mobs upside down, Jeb gives sheep's rainbow wool, Toast gives rabbits the appearance of someone's missing rabbit. These are some of the most well-known Easter eggs in the game, but they still shock new players when they try it. I remember seeing my first upside-down sheep and thinking it was the coolest thing in the world.
27 minutes and 15 seconds can feel like an eternity if you imagine spending all of it reading this. Upon beating Minecraft, players are often left dazed and confused by a poem they're greeted to. You find yourself walking into a conversation between two entities of some greater power, a group far beyond anything we see in the game. So far, in fact, that they begin talking to you, the player behind the screen. They refer to Minecraft as a dream, asking why you chose to create the world the way you did, as if it was to be a reflection of yourself. And the poem ends with the following thought: and the game was over, and the player woke up from the dream, and the player began a new dream. The player dreamed again, dreamed better, and the player was the universe, and the player was love. You are the player. Wake up.
That poem was originally written by Julian Go, I think that's how you say it, and involves two speakers talking about the player's accomplishments. I had so much cut content from this video. For example, I wanted to dive into the role that these two entities might play in guiding Minecraft's story. Perhaps they were the original creators of the world, or maybe they sent Alex/Steve to the world knowing that you had control of them and that you'd finally slay the Ender Dragon and bring peace. This conversation is so out of left field compared to everything else in the game that I could talk about it all day.
The souls of the damned haunt one of gaming's most iconic and innocent games, Minecraft. In Minecraft's hell dimension, called the Nether, you'll find these blocks coined soul sand. While innocent enough on the surface, many players immediately notice the screaming faces within these blocks. But that is just the beginning. In June of 2020, Minecraft's Nether update brought with it an entire soul sand valley, a grotto containing bones, soul sand, soul soil, blue fog, and soul fire. As you traverse this field of screaming soul blocks and carcasses, you can actually hear their screams in the wind. The souls may even try to talk to you through whispers. And while we don't know exactly whose souls are trapped in these blocks, I suspect it may be you and I.
When making the video, I wanted to bring attention to the game's newest update, which added a lot of lore behind the soul sand. With the new whispers, soul fire, and so on, I feel confident that Mojang is attempting to let players know that these blocks certainly hold dead spirits within them. At the end of my video, I clue in to the fact that I may believe these blocks hold our souls. Perhaps something akin to the multiverse theory, where the Nether is the link between every Minecraft world ever made, and that when a player dies, their soul gets added to everyone's Nether generation as a soul sand block. Creeper origins. While Notch was trying to make the model for a pig, he accidentally swapped the height and length values for the body. I've always loved this story, and I think the reason I love it so much is that one of the scariest creatures in gaming history was just a dumb mistake. There's something about that brings a lot of charm to the creeper. Creepers are plants. This is a popular theory that creepers could be plants, which is why they're green, and that they explode to spread their spores. This is expanded upon in the Minecraft Mobestiary that reveals that creepers are made of moss. I did an entire Twitch stream specifically covering this book. Make sure you follow me on Twitch where I do events/streams that involve viewers. You don't want to miss them. But in the stream, I found it curious that the creeper has a literal block of TNT inside of it. Despite being made of moss and potentially spreading spores on detonation, there is a crafted block of TNT inside of it. Unless we believe that TNT is a natural item that can grow in the world, there is so much more to this story than meets the eye. Disc 11.
If you've ever played Minecraft, you've probably heard this disc before. Unlike any other disc, it features heavy breathing, clicks of flint and steel, and horrific noises. Many speculate over the meaning of this disc, whether there's a story to be told or a mystery to uncover. It's something we may never know. But there is a correlation with another disc, number 13. We hear ominous cave noises and potentially arrows and creepers.
The full discs are fairly long, so I won't play them here, but this video means a lot to me since it was the first in the style that I've kept to this day. I remember having no clue how a series like this would do, so when making the video, I just wanted to focus on the weird connection that these two discs had. I'd read many theories online, but none of them really made me confident that we had a clear idea of what was happening. Perhaps we're still missing a third or fourth disc to this series? The Farlands.
12,550,821 blocks from spawn, you'll find this. Known as the Farlands, Minecraft's Java Edition has had many variations of this phenomenon. The Farlands, Sky Farlands, Void Farlands, Vertex Farlands, Farther Lands, and the Farthest Lands. With over 12.5 million blocks to cover, no human could ever reach this land without hacks or cheats. Or so we thought.
About to see it. Yeah! Oh, fuck yeah! Oh shit! Yeah, dude!
On June 19th, 2020, Kilo Crazy Man, in a mere 10 months of walking by foot in beta 1.7.3, was the first human to ever legitimately reach the Farlands.
Everybody knows the Farlands, the generation bugs that start 12 million blocks from spawn. I talk about all the different types in the video. But this was my first really viral video, and I focused it around the properly named Kilo Crazy Man. This incredible player walked and boated millions of blocks in the overworld well within a year. Many comments on this video were asking, why didn't he just travel by Nether? But I think these commenters missed the point of Kilo's adventure. It was about proving that it was possible, that humans could legitimately do such a crazy thing. And I'm sure a lot of it was proving to himself that he could do it. Herobrine.
In August of 2010, a 4chan user posted what appeared to be a normal photo of their Minecraft world. But after reading the message that accompanied it and looking into the photo deeper, the internet soon realized that there was more than meets the eye. The first video appearance of this entity came only a few days later, when Copeland, a popular creator, came across a scene just like this. While originally known under the nickname Him, we now know them as Herobrine. In players' Minecraft worlds, they'd find long 2x2 tunnels that they had never built, dark temples scattered across the world, and trees with no leaves. These reports were all attributed to the same entity. Originally, Herobrine was believed to be the spirit of Notch's dead brother, but this fell apart when Notch revealed he never had a brother. If all of these reports were fake, who was building these structures?
This is the most well-known piece of gaming lore and creepypasta content that the internet has ever seen. This video was actually posted the day after the Farlands video I did and was once again a viral hit. A fun fact about this video is that it's actually 2 videos I had done in late 2020. I just squashed them together and added captions on top. And at the time, each of those 2 videos had like 20,000, 50,000 views, but when I combined them and added captions, they became my most viewed video to date. There's not much more to add to the Herobrine story on the surface, but there's plenty once we go deeper. But this is just the beginning of the Minecraft iceberg. There is so much more left to go, and it only gets creepier from here. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to make sure you know when the next episode is out the minute it comes out. We have a lot to get through and I wouldn't want you to miss it. When you're ready for another video, you know where to find me. I'll see you then.